Doug, what is the best cereal of all time?
What is the best cereal of all time?
We're about to find out. What's going on, guys? My name's Elijah.
And my name's Doug.
And you have just tuned into the Elijah and Doug show. This is the only place where you're going to hear tonight about King Vitamins.
King of Vitamins.
Interesting. Guys, we're here, we're ready, and we're ready to get the show started with our top 10 best cereals of all time. Isn't that right, Doug? Top 10?
Top 10.
How can we just put it down to top 10, though? I mean, there's so many good cereals, for real.
Because I only eat about 10 cereals.
All right, then. So without further ado, we are going to kick it off with our number 10. Doug, tell the people.
My number 10 is Corn Flakes.
Why is it Corn Flakes, Doug?
Because they cardboard.
They're cardboard.
They're a different type of cardboard, too. They're corn cardboard.
So, like, you saying, like, they're stale, they're not, like...
There would be the last thing that I eat
appetizing?
been at the top of the refrigerator for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I might give me a bowl with some sugar, put a little syrup in it.
Well, see, because the sugar will make up the cereal. I feel like in a lot of these, like, in a lot of our top 10, in mine personally, like, the sugar makes up the cereal.
Yes, for sure. So, what is your top 10?
My number 10 has to be Cheerios. Now, hear me out. So, like, the chocolate peanut butter is great. The blueberry is great. But the plain, okay? The plain has no place in the Cheerios family. Why is it there? It's just stale. I don't know. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on it? But there's no flavor really to me when you have a bowl of stale Cheerios. So I don't know.
Cheerios is like the granddaddy of all cereals.
Right. I feel like Cheerios, like, I don't know. I feel like if Cheerios was a cereal, it would have like a.
But Cheerios is a cereal.
It is a cereal. I feel like it would. I feel like. I don't know. It might sound like. I don't know. I can't think of anybody who it would sound like. But with that being said, Doug, we're gonna go on to number 9. Doug, what's your number 9 and why?
My number 9 is Rice Krispies.
Oh, that's a good choice. Why, Doug?
For one, it's rice.
Okay, and it's crispy.
Poofed up.
Okay,
it's crispy.
Okay,
it has zero sugar.
Tell the people.
Like, zero sugar. Like, you can't even add that to a bowl with some ice. And you get a good bowl of cereal. You gotta add all type of stuff. Like, you can't even just add sugar to that. Like, you gotta add some syrup or some honey.
True. Honey. I've never heard of Rice Krispies with honey.
Yeah, Rice Krispies with honey.
That's interesting. I've never heard of that. But, again, a cereal where you have to add sugar to make it pop, right?
Yeah, got to.
All right, so guys, my number 9 is going to be, let's be honest, we all love them, we all know them, we all have seen them around, outside, probably not. Fruity Pebbles. So, hear me out. Fruity Pebbles are great, the first taste of Fruity Pebbles, right? But the aftertaste is just not it. I mean, it's stale again. It's just stale.
Yeah, that's like another one of them box cereals.
Yeah,
like they use the different. I think for cereals they use a different type of cardboard.
It's one of those cereals where I'd rather eat the box than the cereal.
Yeah, but if it's the last cereal that I got, I eat it.
Right, like if we're in like zombie apocalypse territory, like
fire.
It's between Fruity Pebbles and a box of cardboard. I'm probably doing the Fruity Pebbles. Probably.
I might eat the cardboard.
Yeah, I might eat the cardboard.
I'll tell you it right now.
All right, Doug. So with that being said, what's your number 8 and why? Tell the people.
My number 8 is King Vitamins.
What the hell is King Vitamins, Doug?
King Vitamins is a cereal that probably came out in 1846. It is so old. It was our Captain Crunch.
Anybody who's watching from 1846, let us know if that's true or not.
Yes, let us know. When I was younger, before Captain Crunch, and I even knew about Captain Crunch, the original Captain Crunch, like, it was King Vitamins. That was the cereal that you could eat that had sugar on it. More, less than Corn Flakes and Rice Krispie Puffs and then Cheerio Plains.
I've honestly never heard. This was one that was on the list for Doug that I've honestly never heard of, but I'd be willing to try it if it's still out there. I mean, For real. All right. With that being said, my number 7 or 8?
7.
I'm on number 7, right? I think I'm on 8.
I think we are on 8.
I think I'm on 8. All right. Number 8 is going to be Eggo's cereal. Now, hear me out. One of my favorite breakfast foods of all time has to be Eggo waffles. Think about taking those waffles, cutting them up, putting them in a bowl, putting some milk over that. You get that sweet texture. You get that syrupy texture if you decide to add syrup, which I've actually seen some people who live in their mom's basements who have added, who have added syrup to their Eggo cereal, and it's pretty good. I mean, not to say that I live in my mom's basement. We're obviously in my living room. But with that being said, no, and also Stranger Things, Elle from Stranger Things, she loves Eggo waffles.
Eggo waffles.
So I mean, you know, I'm trying to be cool like Elle. So
I don't like waffles. Just to let y'all know, I just throw it in there.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm sure there's some people out there watching. Comment down below. Do you like waffles? Yes or no? Is it the best breakfast food of all time? Ooh, that should be another top 10 best breakfast foods.
Best breakfast foods.
There's a lot. There's a lot. Yeah.
So my number 7 is Reese Puffs. Now, Reese Puffs remind me of like when you used to make dirt balls outside in the yard.
I don't remember making dirt balls outside, to be honest with you.
So you never ate dirt?
No. I ate Play-Doh.
Well, similar experience. It tastes like different versions of dirt.
I think that's how I developed synesthesia, actually. It's like where you can see colors in music and stuff.
Oh. Well,
every time I eat a thing of Play-Doh, I was like, that's orange. Then I listened to the song and I was like, oh, every time I do it now, it makes me think of eating Play-Doh. I don't know.
So yeah, I feel like Reese Puffs is one of them cereals that like people will eat, but you only eating it because you don't feel like fixing you nothing to eat.
That's true. My number 6 has to be Cocoa Krispies. So, Cocoa Krispies has to be my number 6 for 2 reasons. Really for one reason. Because when you put the milk in the bowl, it changes everything, right? It makes the whole thing chocolate. It's not just the cereal that's chocolate anymore. It's the milk. It's the whole thing, guys. Ever since I was little, chocolate too. Right, makes the bowl chocolate. You can actually eat the bowl after you pour the milk. Don't try to eat the bowl. For anybody out there who's watching,
eat bowls.
Don't eat bowls. I'm sorry, it's ceramic. It'll hurt you.
Yes.
With that being said, though, think about it. And they had the Flintstones. Who doesn't love the Flintstones?
And yabba dabba doo.
If you love the Flintstones and you love Cocoa Krispies, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you would eat these when you were younger. It was the great back to school or after school, coming home from school snack that you would just snack on. That and fruit roll-ups.
Bam, that bowl of cereal.
Yeah, for real. But with that being said, Doug, what is your number 5 and why? We're in the top 5. Let's go.
My top 5, which is my 5th one, would be Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes is a good choice.
It's just one of them, like, welcoming cereals. Like, have you ever just not been cold and your toesy woesies is cold and you just kick it back and then you got you a plate of spaghetti with some of them cheap crackers? You know what I'm talking about. The 89-cent packs, and then you just eating it with your little blankie. Like, that's what it reminds me when I'm eating a bowl of Frosted Flakes. You just gotta sit there with your leg crossed.
Okay.
You ain't even looking at nothing. You just shaking your head while you eating it. You don't know what's happening.
You know, I think that's the first time in my life I've ever heard spaghetti compared to Frosted Flakes. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, anything can happen on the podcast. That's the whole point of it.
So, to his number 5. On to number 5.
My number 5 is one that's lesser known, but still a front runner for me. Crave cereal. Now, if you guys haven't heard of this amazing, I would call it an underdog for real, because this cereal it will blow your mind. So, number 1, it's not the worst cereal in the world for you. Number 2, it's chocolatey amazingness. When you put it into a bowl, and again, when you put the milk into the bowl with Crave cereal, it transforms the whole cereal, right? It makes it transcendent. That movie with Johnny Depp. I think that was that movie. I can't remember. The one where he's like the AI and like the computer. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
Like where he's the robot. No, he's like trying to take over the. I don't know. But anyways, with that being said, I mean it's literally in the name. Crave cereal. I constantly crave it. I constantly love it. I constantly want more of it.
But do you?
Maybe not. I don't know. Moving on to Doug's number 4. Doug, tell the people.
My number 4 is like a basic classic. If anybody grew up in the era of like maybe early 2000s,
1937.
2000s, 2010s, everybody was eating this cereal, and it is honeycombs.
Ooh, honeycombs are good, yeah.
Honeycombs slap. Now, this is also one of these cereals that I think it depends on where you get it from. I think with most of these cereals that we're talking about, that we're saying that they're like stale, I think it depends on the company that we're getting it from, like the building, the establishment. Like if you go to Walmart, you might can get you a good box of honeycombs. But if you go to like Save a Lot of Pick Pack, but I like it because it look like a honeycomb, and then it got a whole lot of holes in it. So I like to count the holes that are floating on top of the bowl.
That sounds like so much work. Oh my god. I feel like they should hire somebody to do that. Like that's gotta be grueling. Like you're just sitting there at the table. Like oh my god, you ever go to Cracker Barrel and they've got those games with the triangles and you put oh man, Cracker Barrel's great. Anybody who's been to Cracker Barrel, you know what I'm talking about. You got the little triangle games where you put the little pegs into them, and your goal is to like get the least amount of pegs possible.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why that made me think of honeycombs, but it's fine. Alrighty then. Moving on to my number 4, we have Frosted Flakes. Now you may be asking, why are they higher on my list than Doug's? Well, I feel like I have the same reason for a lot of these cereals being my favorite, which is that Frosted Flakes are sweet once you put the milk in. Now, Frosted Flakes are not stale, right? They're sugary. They're sugary goodness, right? Once you put them in the bowl, they're still sweet even without putting the milk in. But once you put the milk in, it just does something. It just does something. You know, like, man, it just takes me home.
It is good, though. I'm not going to start.
Country road.
It's the same thing I was telling
to the place I belong. No.
He said a country road. I said a bowl of chili. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Country road, bowl of chili.
Frosted Flakes with
and
3 cubes of ice and milk.
I've never had ice in my cereal. I'll be honest with y'all. I never had that.
Tell them to try it, y'all. People in the comments that really do, please tell Elijah that it's the best experience that he gonna try with a bowl of cereal that he love.
I'll have to try it. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot for you guys watching out there and for Doug and yeah, everybody. I don't know.
My number 3 is Captain Crunch All Berries. What is it not to like?
Those are good. Those are really good.
We don't know what flavor it is. We just know it's a berry.
No.
You might taste strawberry sometimes. You might taste blueberry, raspberry.
Where did the guy from Captain Crunch even come from? Like, it's a pirate, right?
Yeah. Like, is it him and the Fruit Loops dude brothers?
Is he the same guy that's on the logo of Long John Silver's, or no? Is that a different captain? I think that might be Long John.
I always wondered that. I always wondered if the Fruit Loops dude and the Captain Crunch dude was brothers.
Is Long John Silver's an actual pirate in history? Like I feel like somewhere I heard that somewhere. I don't know. Somebody who knows that out there, please comment down below. Is Long John Silver's actually a pirate, or is that not a thing? I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about Long John Silver's.
And your number 3 is?
My number 3 has to be Frosted Mini Wheats. Now, Breakfast of Champions. For real. That's their slogan. But let me tell you why I think that they're a superior cereal than most cereals out there. It's the icing that is actually on the cereal itself. The cereal is not too great, right? But the icing that's on them makes it go to a whole nother universe. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about.
But what is that icing?
Great question. Great question. I don't.
Somebody out there to know. Let us know what that is.
I feel like there's a lot of best kept secrets in,
that's probably
in the
one
whole
of
history of the world.
Keeping that
and yeah,
for hundreds of years.
That secret is gonna probably go on for probably another 50 years. I would
like
say.
Colonel's chicken.
Somebody please, if you do know, privately message us and let us know. What is the icing? Just so we're not stepping on any toes here, but what is the icing on the Frosted Mini Wheats? With that being said, Doug, what is your number 2?
My number 2 cereal of all time will probably be Golden Grams.
Golden Grams are really good. I didn't think about putting them on my list.
Golden Grams is just like one of them natural, like good, weird shaped cereals. Cause like they not squares, they not triangles, they not circles. What are those?
Is it actually like a graham cracker? Is it supposed to be like a graham cracker?
I think it's supposed to be like toast.
Hear me out. Oh my god. Golden Grams on toast with marshmallows and a Hershey bar and toast on the top. You make that.
You gonna make a s'more
sandwich? You make a s'more sandwich? We got to try that on the podcast.
Yes, that's gonna bust, y'all.
We're gonna try that on the podcast.
We are gonna try that.
That's gonna be amazing.
Yes.
With that being said, y'all, I would actually totally agree with that one because Golden Grams are honestly, I forgot how much I ate those growing up. Honestly,
they're like
next level.
So on to Elijah's number 2.
My number 2 has to be Crave Double Chocolate Cereal. And here's the reason why. Now, a lot of you are saying, Elijah, didn't you say Crave was your favorite cereal earlier?
Yes, you did.
I did. But here's the thing. We weren't talking double chocolate. Now, Doug has had the original Crave, right?
Original.
But Crave Double Chocolate is not just chocolate, Doug, on the inside of the cereal. It's chocolate on the outside. So now we've got the best of both worlds. We've got double chocolate.
You got chocolate and chocolate.
If anyone wants to sponsor us, that's our nicknames, double chocolate.
Yeah. We are
double chocolate.
My brain went blank.
With that being said, Doug, drum roll. Doug, what is your number 1 favorite cereal?
Waffle Crisp.
Oh, why is it Waffle Crisp, Doug?
Waffle Crisp is
why is it Waffle Crisp?
Honeycomb.
Tell him about it. Tell him about it.
Golden
Tell
brown.
him about it.
It is a cinnamon toast crunch.
What else is it?
Oh.
Who did it? Where were they? What were they doing?
It was all bad. It's a wood. Delicious.
It's a what?
And they're a fair price.
They are a fair price. How much are they, Doug?
A family box, I think it can run you maybe like $6.
Get
maybe
out of town.
like,
$6?
And yeah, family box normally get you like 6 to 8 bowls. It all differentiates on your bowls. Don't ask me how I know it. I did used to be a big back, so just to let y'all know.
With that being said, we are on to my number 1 cereal of all time. Now moving on to my number 1 favorite cereal of all time. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
The crunch to
Now,
the cinnamon in the toast.
You eat it. Your mother eats it. Her mother eats it. Her mother's mother has eaten it.
Well, we know everybody eat it.
I mean, what's not to love, guys? You got cinnamon, you got sugar, you got milk, you got a bowl.
You got some toast. They got some cinnamon on it.
You got some crunch. And if you crunch it the right way, it makes the best sound ever. You know, like that sound when you're cutting into bread, and it just you break it open.
Ooh, he's talking about the bread that like you put like.
And all the neighborhood cats start coming in from every single direction. They're like, "What's that bread?"
Yeah.
You got that bread.
Who got that bread? But it's not. It's the crunch to the cinnamon that is toast.
And it's sugary. It's sugary and it's cinnamon. I mean...
cinnamon, spice, everything nice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're taking everything, the best of every single world, and combining it into the best cereal of all time, in my opinion. And with that being said, guys, that is our top 10. Let us know, though. Do you agree with our list?
Do you?
And also, what would you put in your top 10?
What? Let us know.
Because we both know that there's some great cereals out there that we definitely haven't mentioned.
Not at all. And also, we're going to try different types of cereals.
We are. on this podcast, and only on this podcast is where you're going to find that. But guys, with that being said, we hope that you all have a fantastic rest of your night. Remember that you are important. You do matter. We love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for your support and just your overall appreciation of what we do. We love doing this for you guys. And we're going to be back. When, Doug?
Very soon.
Every Sunday at 7:30.
Yeah,
so
very soon.
Eastern Standard Time. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So wherever you are in the world, just remember that. Set your watch. Set your friend's watch. Set your cat's watch. I don't know. If your cat wears a watch.
Set the watch that's on the stove.
Yeah, the stove watches. Set all of them because you're not going to want to miss this. Because this is just the beginning.
Just the beginning of Elijah and Doug.
So as always, my name is Elijah.
And my name is Doug.
And you have been watching the Elijah and Doug Show. Everybody, have a fantastic rest of your night.